Search operations are currently underway in Kinangop area of the Aberdare for a 5Y CSC Cessna Caravan aircraft that went missing last evening. The light aircraft with a maximum of 8 passengers and 2 crew members was en route to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport from Kitale. We understand that the aircraft's last contact was at 5 p.m. when it allegedly crashed 25 miles north of the Aberdare. The exercise has been frustrated by bad weather and poor road access to the suspected scene of the crash. As news broke of this particular aircraft, family members of the crash of this aircraft and when it went missing, family members were asked to converge at the Western Hotel, where our reporter Julie Owino has been on standby or following up on the latest since morning. She now joins us live with an update. Julie, what's going on at the Western Hotel currently?
Akisa, what is actually happening here at Western Hotel is that you can actually see more family members coming in, and the question is what exactly is happening? What information is SACS willing to give them? How many numbers of people have been found so far? Has the SACS airplane been actually retrieved? And a few hours ago, that is at 11 p.m., the director of SACS managed to talk to us and he gave us a briefing. And what he said is at this particular time, they are not really willing to give us any information so far because they are not also aware what exactly is happening from the other end. And they said they're also waiting for the government to actually give them the permission to go ahead and speak to the Kenyans and to the family members. 30 minutes ago, they are also briefed the family members, and what we are getting from the family members, they're also getting the same message. They're not being informed of what exactly is happening. All the information they're having is what is going on around the social media. So the question they're actually raising is why SACS, the official members, are not really willing to give them information so far. And whatever is happening quite here, these family members are really, really sad. We could actually see from their faces and their conversations, they are really, really disappointed in SACS. And question is why are they not having full information since they started? And we're also being told that Red Cross has joined the team back in Aberdare Forest in search of these missing bodies and also the SACS airplane. Back to you, Akisa.
Earlier on, we saw David Kavindu, the CEO of the Fly SAX, just give a bit of a statement about the situation currently. Did this in any way put to ease the family members? Are they satisfied with what he said?
Whatever came from David, the director, did not really satisfy the family members because what they were expecting is that confirm to us if our family members are there or they are really not there so that you can know what next step to actually take. But what came out of him is that he could not share with the family members any information since he's not even gotten permission from the official permission from the government to share anything. And what exactly he said is that he does not want to rely on speculations, and he promised to give us a briefing again at 12 p.m. and that did not happen. So what we are waiting is for him to actually clarify to us how many bodies were this, what are the family members' names, being that the family members are also here and just asking the same questions. And some of them have actually drove out of this place, maybe because they're actually tired of waiting and they're not getting anything in return. And one of the family members also told us they had to send in their own personal crew to go do the search instead because they cannot really depend on the SACS officials who are not really giving them information so far, and they're just kept here waiting and not knowing what else they need to expect or do.
Julie, thank you for that update. Julie, at the Western Hotel, where family and friends of those who are suspected to have been in that particular aircraft have converged, of course, decrying the slow information or the little information they are getting about their family members. Our Caroline B is in Jamimbini, where that particular search operation is currently ongoing. We'll later on also be speaking to Elvis Kosgei, who is live from Kitale, where that particular aircraft was last physically spotted. But let's begin with Caroline B. Caroline, we understand that this particular operation is being frustrated by a myriad of challenges. Talk to us about that.
Well, that's very true, Akisa. The moment we arrived at Njamini Boys, where the rescue team was already there, it had congregated there since last evening is where they began the rescue operations this morning. But the problem was that there was an issue with the weather. It was so misty such that the rescuers could not see far from, from the forest in itself. And right now we are actually heading to the Aberdare forest. We are inside there, but not, I couldn't say quite a distance inside the forest in itself. We are at the outskirts. And I can tell you from what the brief we have received from the police officers who have just decided to trek inside the forest is that it could take around 5 to 6 hours to get to that location. They are following the signal where the phone was last received, and that is where they are headed to. And the fact that it's a forest, trekking for that amount of time means we need resources. And they've actually told us that we need to ensure that for us to be able to get there, we have to be well prepared with water, with food, and all other necessary equipment. And right now also with us is we have the Red Cross team, which has just parked here due to the same challenges I have told you, is that they cannot really proceed because of that. There is also the issue with poor roads right here. The vehicle he is actually stuck, so that means we cannot proceed from here. So it could actually necessitate us to abort the trek in itself. Well, there are also border riders who are attempting to get into the forest. Well, they are telling me it's more than 100 kilometers to get to that place, and they are not sure where exactly it is. The police officers have already proceeded to go there since they were well prepared, and they know this terrain very, very well, and they are going with the signal which they received. And right now I'm just going to talk to them to tell us how the situation is, how the ground is, and why they are attempting to get there. Kwa hivyo labda unaweza tuambia jina lako na ni nini haswa kinawapelekea muende pale?
Kwa majina naitwa Samuel Jogona. Tunaitwa Njamini Rescue Riders. Tunaingia kwa msitu kusaidia. Sisi tumeamua kusaidia juu sisi tunajua hii kichaka yote. Tuna hiking huko kwa mlima every weekend. Tunaendaga tunatembea, tunaona venye kichaka inakaa.
Labda unaweza tueleza kichaka inakaaje na ina umbali gani pale ambapo mnatarajia kufikia?
Tunaendaga na stages juu kila pahali kuna jina yake. Sasa pahali penye tumeelekea saa hii kunaitwa Babu Gate. Hapo ndipo pahali penye tutafika, tuache motorbike zetu hapo, alafu sasa tuanze kutembea kwa mguu juu. Kutoka hapo hatuwezi enda na motorbike tena.
Kwa hivyo kama kilomita ngapi hivi ambapo mnatarajia, na ni wapi haswa mnaelekea?
Sisi tunaendanga tukipanda, tunagawanyika. Wengine wanaenda hivi, wengine wanaenda hivi, lakini haswa pahali penye tunapatananga panaitagwa Gathirega. Hapo ndipo pahali penye tunaendaga kupatana. After kutembea tunaenda tunapatana kwa kila stage. Tukifika kwa stage, tukigawanyika, alafu sasa tunaenda tunapatana kwa ile pahali kwa ile stage yenye tunapatananga. Kwanza stage ya kwanza yenye kutoka hapa hivi kwa Babu Gate, tukiendelea tutagawanyika, alafu sasa ndio tupatane kwa hapo Gathirega. Alafu sasa tukipatana hapo tutaambiana kama kuna kitu yoyote mtu ameona from there. Sasa tugawanyike tena, tuendelee na safari, ndio sasa tupande kabisa mpaka tufike pahali pengine panaitwa Kanyomba.
Na mtaenda na boda zenu hadi sehemu hiyo ama?
Boda zetu tutaacha hapo hivi kwa Babu Gate juu kutoka hapo barabara imefika mwisho hapo.
Asante sana. That is just one of the border riders who are attempting to get inside the forest. They say they understand the terrain quite well, even though it will take them quite a lot of time. They say that they are willing to actually assist in the rescue operations. And earlier on, we were with some of the families who are actually suspecting that anything could have happened to their loved ones. And that is a Ketia family. But we were proceeding with them, and reaching on the way, they decided that they cannot actually go due to the challenges I've just explained, the challenges with the resources, with water, with food, and also the issue of the fact that it's a mountain. There could be a shortage of air and water is needed. They had not yet prepared themselves, Akisa. Right now, we would like to get an update from Elvis Kosgei to give us an update on what exactly is going on there. Elvis?